Welcome! Today we're counting down our picks for the best survival games that you should check out, and without further ado, let's dive right in. Seven Days to Die. This is a survival game that's been through quite the transformation since its early days. It's still got some rough edges, but overall, it delivers on its promises. In this game, scavenging plays a huge role in the gameplay since every item holds value, even the ones that seem insignificant, which adds a whole new layer of depth to the experience. However, it takes a good chunk of time to make any real progress in this game. So, if you're not prepared to invest a serious amount of hours into a single world, this might not be for you. DayZ. This game isn't just your run-of-the-mill video game, it's more like a social experiment in a sandbox setting, and that's what makes it stand out from the crowd. In this suspense-filled world, you'll be on the edge of your seat as zombies, and unexpected encounters keep your heart racing. Moreover, scavenging for supplies and finding what you need offer a thrilling sensation. Tracking other players for miles also offers a level of satisfaction that you just can't get from regular team deathmatches. But here's the kicker, learning not to trust others is a harsh lesson in this world. Stranded Deep. If you love the movie Castaway, then this game might just be what you're looking for. Drawing inspiration from the iconic film while crafting its own unique narrative, it offers a solitary survival experience that's both immersive and challenging. In the single-player story mode, you're thrown into an expansive open-world setting, facing off against the elements with nothing but your wits and determination. However, what sets it apart is its complete lack of online components. It's just you, the vast ocean, and the relentless pursuit of survival. Bellwright. This game kicks off like your typical survival adventure, with all the usual tasks of gathering resources to build shelter and scrounge up some grub. And as you push through quests and grow your settlement, you'll stumble upon the game's management side, evolving from a basic camp into a full-blown village. Crafting becomes your bread and butter, with the option to automate production. However, here's where it gets spicy. In winters, food becomes as scarce as a hen's teeth, and hunting becomes your lifeline. But instead of being a buzzkill, these challenges dial up the immersion, especially with realistic dynamic weather. Icarus. Icarus might not be the first name that pops into your head when you think of the survival genre, but let me tell you, it's a surprisingly solid entry if you're willing to overlook a few rough patches. The game revolves around two main components, the open world, where you set up and grow your base, and missions, which drop you into fresh instances with all sorts of objectives to tackle. This two-pronged approach really makes you dive deep into the game's technical and gear hierarchy, which gives you a more immersive and diverse experience overall. Night of the Dead. If you're looking to sink hours into a survival game, this title is a solid choice. It's evident that the developers poured plenty of detail and thought into this title. One standout feature is the ability to customize the waves, which allows you to ease into the defense mechanics at your own pace. The base building also steals the show by offering the freedom to construct elaborate structures, including sky bases or rooftop hideouts to evade the zombies. And, while some players find the zombie designs, especially the giant ones, a bit lacking in realism, others embrace the fantastical elements. State of Decay 2. Picture this, you're tossed into an open-world survival fantasy just as those pesky zombies start wreaking havoc. But fear not, you've got your gang of survivors by your side, and together, you're on a mission to carve out a new civilization. It's like playing SimCity, but with zombies. Oh, and did I mention multiplayer? Yeah, you can team up with your buddies to help each other out and score some sweet rewards along the way. Plus, there's a killer 10-hour narrative campaign and a heart-pounding 4-player siege defense mode for those craving some extra excitement. Rust. Imagine this, you're dropped into the wild with nothing but your birthday suit and a rock. Your mission? Build a fortress that would make even medieval kings jealous. But here's the kicker, you've got to dodge bears, bandits, and even your own clumsy missteps along the way. Now, Rust isn't just about building and surviving, it's a crazy social experiment too. You'll form alliances with random players, but watch out, they might just raid your base when you're not looking. So, if you're into heart-pounding crafting, epic base building, and making alliances with virtual strangers, then this game is your jam. Ark. Survival Evolved. You start off on a beach with nothing but your bare fists and minimal clothing. Your first goal? Stay fed, stay hydrated, and avoid becoming a snack for the detailed dinos and other beasts roaming around. Early on, you're defending yourself against Dilophosaurs with spears and praying a Triceratops doesn't bulldoze your thatch hut. But as you progress, you'll level up your tech, and that's when things get really fun. Imagine going from basic tools to high-tech gadgets, building stone castles, sniping pterosaurs with rifles and crafting rocket launchers and scuba gear in a steel fortress. Sunkenland. Picture this. You're out there on the open ocean, sailing, diving, and exploring without a care in the world. And the best part? You're not stuck on some alien planet. You're right here on good old Earth, exploring its vast oceans. It's like being Kevin Costner in Waterworld, minus the gills. Moreover, you can tailor everything to your liking, all while channeling those Waterworld vibes. And the best part, with regular updates, this game just keeps getting better and better. So kick back, relax, and dive into this immersive oceanic adventure. It's an absolute blast from start to finish.
Come see my wares. If you don't like what you find, well...
Medieval Dynasty. In this game, you're transported to a breathtaking world that feels straight out of a history book. We're talking rushing streams, rippling lakes, dense forests, and towering mountains. This open-world survival RPG got it all. But where this game really shines is in its building and crafting mechanics. There's something magical about watching your humble creations come to life in this rustic medieval setting. And with the wide-open landscape at your disposal, you can survive by settling down and building your own homestead just about anywhere. The possibilities are as vast as the horizon. Enshrouded. Even in its early access stage, this game is turning heads as one of the top voxel-based builders out there. Resource collection, streamlined and efficient. Building materials, endless possibilities. Whether you're dreaming of building a towering castle, a bustling city, or an intricate underground dwarven fortress, this game gives you the tools to make it happen. Sure, the survival RPG elements could use a little fine-tuning, but let's be real. This game is all about letting your creativity run wild, so if you're a fan of building and survival crafting games, do yourself a favor and check out this game. The Long Dark. This game doesn't hold back. It throws you into a deep, brutal, and hauntingly atmospheric world where every decision matters, and let me tell you, it's as unforgiving as they come. Moreover, what sets this game apart is its incredibly complex and realistic survival mechanics. From battling the elements to scavenging for resources, every move you make can mean the difference between life and death. It's like a crash course in survival skills, but without the safety net. And even though it has some storytelling flaws, it still shines as one of the best go-to game for hardcore survival gamers.
That was cool.
Dying Light 2: Stay Human. In this survival parkour zombie game, you play as a wanderer, helping out one of the last settlements in a world overrun by the virus while trying to stay human. And to progress, you gotta tackle various missions, and let me tell you, the grind for materials adds a real touch of realism to the experience. Exploring in this game is also a risky business, especially when the sun goes down and those zombies get feisty, but despite the constant threat, you will get lost in the beauty of the desolate cityscape, scavenging for weapons and supplies between tasks. Pacific Drive. This is a driving game set in the treacherous Olympic exclusion zone, but beware, this ain't your typical joyride. As you navigate through this bizarre landscape, you'll encounter all sorts of supernatural threats and challenges that'll test your skills behind the wheel. But here's the twist. In Pacific Drive, it's not just about driving fast, it's about forging a bond with your car. You'll scavenge resources, craft new equipment, and customize your vehicle to handle every scenario. From beefing up your defenses to tinkering with mods and car parts, you'll adapt and evolve as you uncover the mysteries of this eerie place. Green Hell. This hardcore survival game throws you into the heart of the jungle, where every decision could mean the difference between life and death. Stranded without food or gear, you're on a grueling journey of resilience, battling not only the physical challenges of the jungle, but also the psychological toll of isolation. In this unforgiving environment, you'll need to master real-life survival techniques, from building shelters and crafting tools to hunting for food and treating injuries. But surviving isn't just about staying fed and hydrated, it's also about confronting the wild animals, tropical sicknesses, and the haunting traps of your own mind. Chernobylite. This is a game where science fiction meets survival horror in the haunting ruins of Chernobyl's exclusion zone. And in this unforgiving environment, survival is key, so you'll need to establish a base of operations where you can craft gear, set traps, and modify equipment to your advantage. Resource and team management are also crucial, as you'll have to carefully allocate tasks and supplies among your companions to ensure everyone's survival. However, surviving in the zone isn't just about brute force. Stealth, survival, and combat skills are equally important, as danger lurks around every corner. Raft. In this game, you're a garbage collector in the vast ocean, building rafts with friends and occasionally kick them into the sea when they're annoying. Who needs friends when you got video games, right? But it's not all sunshine and rainbows out there. There are sharks lurking beneath the waves, but fear not. You can turn the tables and make a meal out of them if you're handy with a stabby weapon. And those pesky seagulls, consider them dinner too. In short, it isn't just about survival. It's also about carving out your own slice of paradise in the middle of nowhere. Palworld. Imagine waking up on a deserted island, but instead of facing survival alone, you've got your trusty pals by your side. These collectible monsters aren't just cute. They're your ticket to streamlining the whole survival base builder experience. Instead of sweating over planting seeds and watering crops, you can sit back and let your elite group of pals handle the farming for you. It's like having your own personal slaves at your fingertips. So if you're craving a game that blends the best elements of survival, open-world exploration, and monster catching, look no further than Palworld. No Man's Sky. It may not be the first game that pops into your head when you think of survival games, but let me tell you, it's got some serious chops in that department. Sure, you won't be worrying about hunger and thirst, but life management is still a thing, with oxygen and shields needing replenishing for both you and your trusty ship. And let's not forget about resource farming. It's the bread and butter of the gameplay loop, especially when you're gearing up for treks to unforgiving planets or constructing badass bases to brave harsh environments. Simply put, this is a survival game. The Forest. The cannibals in this game are no joke. They're smart and exhibit self-preservation instincts that'll have you on edge every step of the way. Forget mindless attacks. These baddies are out for blood, and they'll stop at nothing to get it. But survival is the name of the game here, and the Forest nails it. Resource management and base building are your bread and butter, and you'll need to muster all your courage to brave dark caves and conquer challenges if you want to make it out alive. So, if you're into hardcore survival games, then this one is for you. Valheim. Surviving in Valheim ain't a walk in the park, guys. But with some grit and skill, you'll scavenge for resources, forge mighty weapons and armor, and master your abilities to face off against fearsome bosses. And hey, from brewing mead to tending crops, every survival aspect is right at your fingertips. But hold on to your helmets, because Valheim's crafting system is a game changer. As you explore, you'll unlock new recipes, and with a building system that considers everything from structural integrity to ventilation, the sky's the limit. Grounded. Grounded is a survival game like no other, where you'll scavenge, craft, and battle your way through a backyard filled with oversized bugs and quirky characters. But it isn't just about survival. It's also about embarking on epic quests, upgrading your gear, and uncovering the secrets of the backyard. Now, the combat is a strategic dance of melee, ranged attacks, and exploiting enemy weaknesses, and with each encounter, you'll need to adapt and gear up to survive the ever-changing backyard landscape. So, in a nutshell, Grounded is a quirky, delightful adventure that blends survival with RPG goodness in a backyard playground. Sons of the Forest. Survival in this sequel feels authentic as heck. Hunting requires patience and skill, and preparing food means getting your hands dirty. Literally, you'll be skinning animals, foraging for plants, and managing your firewood supply like a true survival pro. However, let's give a round of applause to the building system in this game. It's simple yet realistic. You can pick up logs or stones and place them wherever you want, slowly crafting your own masterpiece or mastering the art of building real shelters. In short, it's simply the best, stranded on an island and living the simple life game out there.
Orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. Zero heat map.
Subnautica. What really sets Subnautica apart from other survival games is the genuine sense of terror it evokes. Drifting in the dark abyss at night, surrounded by nothing but darkness and the eerie calls of massive predators. Yeah, it'll send shivers down your spine like nothing else. Crafting in this game is also a breeze, which allows you to gather resources and build epic sea bases and tools. And as you progress, unlocking vehicles like the Seamoth and Cyclops opens up new depths to explore and richer resources to plunder. In a nutshell, Subnautica raises the bar for open-world survival games. So do you agree with our picks? Check out these other videos from us and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.